I've been walking for a while, there's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go. Oh, oh. On the way, gotta try. Dream well, baby, feels alright. Feels alright. I've been walking for a while, there's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go. Oh, oh. I've been running out of time, there's 100 miles left to go. 100 miles left to go. Oh, oh.
Hey folks, and welcome to the Raw Fury live stream. This is going to be a special one. I think this is probably going to be one of the most special live streams we've ever done. And there's a few reasons why. And first of all, I'm just going to ask if everyone can hear me okay, because I want to make sure the sound is fine. So is anyone there? Can anyone hear us? I think so. I think they can hear us. Okay, audio's fine. Hello, everyone. Hello. We all left. Lovely. Hi, Domino. So welcome to a very special stream. This is going to be the unveiling of a never before heard song from The Longest Road on Earth. And it's called The Train That Goes Nowhere. It's one of my personal favorites. And this is a game that, for me at least, is very, very near and dear to my heart. It's quite a unique game, and it does some things that you don't normally see in video games. But aside from unveiling a new song, we're going to be having the developers themselves, or at least part of the developers, here on stream. And why don't we just go ahead and cut to introductions and start saying hello to everyone. So here we go. Here is a little bit of Brainwash Gang. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
So Bea and Edu, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves first? Because on the stream, you are at the very top.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm Edu. We are from Spain. I am part of Brainwash Gang. I'm in charge of part of the art and the writing and being there if somebody explodes. So yeah, that's me.
And I'm Bea, and I guess I'm a musician. That would be my title, right?
Sounds about right.
And I work with. I'm part of Brainwash Gang, and yeah, I made all the music for the game.
Awesome. Good to have you two here. And who's the next person on the list? It would be Moha. Hello, Moha.
It's Moha. I am artist in the Longest Road on Earth, and don't know. I don't know what else to say, to be honest.
Human being.
I don't think so.
Cool. I heard that you've been making some progress lately that we may hear more about today. Maybe not. We'll see.
No.
Moving on.
Should never have told us.
No, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Next up is actually not a member of Brainwash Gang. Next up is who? Who's next?
The only person left. Thanks, Liam.
I'm really bad at introductions. I never know how to do this. So Carly, who are you? Why don't you tell the internet who you are?
Hi, I'm Carly. I'm a brand manager here at Raw Fury, and I demanded that I get to come on here and talk to these people because I love this game.
This is true. We actually ended up Sorry.
Yeah, this is the first one I've ever done at Raw Fury. The first stream.
This is the first time you're on stream.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's saying the mic is a little low. Let me know if I'll just talk more. Is that better? My mic's quiet? Oh no. Okay, well we can fix that. Oh, hang on. The chat's like reconnecting over and over again. We're professionals.
It's working okay for me.
Okay. Okay, maybe we're fine. Maybe it's just me. Let's see.
Professionals.
Oh, and I'm Liam, producer at Raw Fury, etc. Also, special guest today is Horsey the Real Horse. Horsey, obviously, those of you who've been with us for a while will know Horsey from the Kingdom VR game, which is having its, what is it, the 3rd anniversary or something? 2nd? Tomorrow? On a very special day tomorrow. So, Horsey's here. And we are here not only to talk with Horsey, but to talk about The Longest Road on Earth. And we have the perfect people here to do so. But before we start diving into The Longest Road, why don't we also just give a shout out to those of the team who could not be here today? Who else is working on this game?
Well, Arturo Monedero, who is not joining because well, we're from Spain, as he said, so our English sometimes is not the best.
Never is the best.
And so he feels more comfortable stepping aside for these kinds of things. And then the rest of the team from Brainwash Gang, they do a lot of work for this game to finally come out someday. And yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I think that covers the team then. So that brings us to this little game, which, by the way, if you're just tuning in, we're unveiling a never before heard song from the game today on stream. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about the game itself, the inspiration, what's going on. We're going to try not to accidentally announce the release date. We're going to try really hard. But it is soon. I'll say that much. It's quite soon.
It is soon.
It's exciting. And, you know, I don't want to play too much of the game today on stream. I thought we'd just look at it quite slowly because it is a slow game. It's a very emotional journey. But I'm going to stop talking about it and ask you guys to talk about it. So how would you describe The Longest Road on Earth for someone who's not played it, who's not heard of it before? What kind of game is this?
Yeah, it's basically a game. I don't know how to explain it clearly, but it's a kind of try to interpret regular lives and, you know, something. What we are trying to say to make with this game is to connect with somebody just with random situation, not all the drama that you can expect from realistic movies. Like I don't know how to explain it, but when you see a humanist film or game or wherever, they trend to go to the drama. Here we are trying to go in the opposite way, which means that we basically pick random moments from the life of the people and try to say something with them. But actually, we try to don't say anything, just set you in the frame, make you feel whatever you want. So, yeah.
That is a really good point, because like one of the big things about this game is that there is no text, there is no dialogue. Like everything that you experience is up to your own interpretation. So I know I recently got to play the first 3 chapters after waiting a bit while they were in development. And like I spent the entire time like formulating the story of all the characters as I was playing. So I have like a canon in my head that may not be the canon that like someone else experiences the game as. That's really neat to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talk a lot about how this is a game that sort of speaks volumes, but there's no dialogue, there's no words. So it's up to interpretation, and that's what's beautiful about it. And like Moha, we were talking about this the last time we streamed, that there's a particular chapter where it's a very happy scene. Like, do you want to talk about that? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Like the first chapter, for example, it seems like a happy chapter, and probably for many people, it's like a funny and exciting chapter. And in that chapter, I cried, because the way you interpret the chapters and the stories you see, is real for each one. Like it's not a game about some like I wouldn't say The Longest Road on Earth is a game without story. It has stories, but I think each player builds it, and each player's stories is real and correct at the same time. So I think that's something.
I teared up during the first one too, like with the story that I created in my mind. I was like, oh no!
Yeah,
I thought it was so sad.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why it happens, but I think one of the reasons Chapter 4 may make people cry is because they come from the Chapter 1, 2, and 3. Like it's interesting because I didn't expect that also to happen, but it happened. That between chapters you somewhat hold certain emotions and feelings, and they they are intertwined. So it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Kind of go through the whole range of emotions through the whole thing. Like there's so many. Like each story is very different from the one before.
I think go ahead.
No, sorry.
No, just wanted to say that it's very crazy for that to happen when there is no text. It's very crazy.
Yeah. Something that I would love to say is that yeah, it's great to feel things, but if you play the game and doesn't feel anything, I mean, if it's like a gray for you, neither black or white or whatever, it's okay too, because this game for me speaks about neutrality, because it's not extreme feelings, or at least I didn't have that intention personally. I mean, maybe Bea can say a different thing, but yeah, it's great if you have feelings playing it, but if not, I will be happy too. So that's all.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is about routines and just everyday normal things. And I guess maybe the music also sets the tone sometimes. And so if anyone feels sad, that's great. But it's not necessarily what I was feeling writing most of the songs. Like they might be more melancholic or whatever. But yeah, I think that's the beauty of this game that we're making, that each person that we show the game to, they react differently, and they create this story in their head, like, oh, here he was going through this and that, and it's like, okay, that works. It's not the intention, but why not? Like that's so great to see people getting invested in these stories that are so normal and so yeah, everyday stuff.
I think you raised
I'm
an
really
interesting point
looking.
there too, because sorry, Car. Like it
No,
is very
go
much
ahead.
about just ordinary people living their lives, and ordinary moments. Like there's this one section in the first chapter where you get a job, right? You stand in line to the job, and then you do the job, and then like I said, this is the second chapter I'm thinking about now. I'm intertwined, right? As we were talking about earlier, there's a part in the second chapter where you go to work and you leave work, and then you go to your second job. And it's just one of those, like, it's so rare in a game that you get to experience the really mundane parts of life, but still somehow it manages to pull you in. And I think what's powerful about the game is because it's not telling you what to feel, to your point, Edu, because it's up for interpretation and it's whatever you feel in the moment, you can relate to these characters in a way that is almost difficult if they already have their own voice or their own text, right? Carly, what were you going to say?
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the stories that people come up with, like what their headcanon is when they get to play the game and like experience all the chapters. And it's just really interesting because I know I was talking to people that have tried it here at Raw Fury, and no one had the same vision as to, you know, what the story meant and what the background of these characters were. It's really neat.
I agree. This is one of the most fun things is you put the game in front of someone and you ask them, what happened? What was the story? And like you're saying, everyone has different takes. I mean, I played this a couple times now, right? And it's only recently that I really made my mind up about what Chapter 1 is. And I'll tell you, this is a personal story now. This is becoming personal, but talking about crying to songs, right? I was in a reasonably public place listening to the soundtrack with my headphones. You got people all around, it's like the middle of the day, and I'm listening to one of the songs which is from the first chapter, and it plays during a specific moment of the story, and again, it's up for interpretation. But while I'm there, it hit me, this is what this means, right? There's no right or wrong, it's just, for me, that's what it means. And I literally, from out of nowhere, had to hold back tears. It's just, I just had this overwhelming feeling that, oh man, you can just feel the moment. And that's pretty cool about this game. So don't worry, it's not going to make you cry always. It'll make you smile plenty too.
Absolutely.
But maybe we should talk some more about the music then. Bea, just take it away. Just talk about the music. Say anything you want.
And go.
Well, it's been a long process, and I've never done anything like this before. So it's not just been long, but also my first time doing this. So it's been intense. A lot of ups and downs, I can do this, I love this, oh my god, this is so stressful, I hate it. And every day is different. I've been so scared, so happy, so because at the same time this is happening, my life have been changing a lot because I didn't study music, or I didn't prepare, never ever, to do this. So while this game is developing, my life is shifting towards this being my main job. And also, going through your 20s, which is always so fun and and not intense at all. And so, yeah, a lot of things, since it's been a long time also, a lot of things have happened. And which is great because that made me things to write about. And it's been really a great experience. Now that I can say that I'm done writing all the songs and recording them. Now I look back and I'm so grateful to being able to do this and consider it my job, which is insane. And I feel very lucky to do this, honestly.
That's super nice.
We love working with you guys. We recently got the final versions of all the songs now for all chapters, and Liam and I ended up having a battle about which is the best song.
We did.
we all very often, and it's hard, and we change our minds all the time because they're all so good.
Thanks.
A lot of my workday is just filled listening to the soundtrack.
It is.
Well, mine too, and
yeah.
I'm glad you like them, because otherwise it would be hell.
The music is. This is going to sound super pretentious, okay? Bear with me. But a lot of the game relies on two of the oldest art forms that exist. It relies on music, and it relies on visual arts, right? And we definitely should talk about the visuals, because there's a lot to say here about this game. But before we leave the topic of music, I just want to quickly semi-spoil announce something. Maybe? Carly, you're gonna have to stop me quick here. But
okay.
Spoil.
Okay, there's a few things I want to talk about when it comes to the music. Okay. The first thing is, when the game comes out, Bea, you're gonna have to stop me here because we're still talking about this. But when the game comes out, we're obviously gonna release the whole soundtrack, and people are gonna be able to have access. Have we thought anything about sort of letting people remix songs? Is that something we're gonna be able to support?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't understand you.
Okay, we'll leave that topic for now. That's fine. We'll go to another topic.
No.
Okay, we can talk about it.
I broke the moment. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. No, but so one of the ideas we were discussing was, could we maybe take one or two of the songs and let people make their own sort of remixes of them, right? Like, and give them the tracks. Is that still something that we're thinking about, or how do you feel?
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool if only one person decides to take what I've created and make it their own and create something out of it. I think that'd be really cool, to be honest.
Okay, so that was close.
Saved it.
Almost said something silly. The other thing that we should say is, I'm not going to give the specific date for this, but in the near future, we're going to also be releasing the first sort of single from the soundtrack. Can I say that?
Yes.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Do you want to say anything else about that, Carly?
Well, I think we're going to be looking to drip out some songs along the way as we kind of lead up to launch, to be able to, I think, like, being able to connect with the music is really going to help people, like, connect with the game. And so, like letting them in early, I think, is only going to, like, really help people develop the connection between these emotions that they're experiencing in the songs, and then getting to get their hands on the game itself. Yes, I'm very much for people getting into the music. Please, I want some more people to talk to.
Cool. So I didn't announce anything that was too secret.
No.
We're not going to talk about the release date today, I promise.
Nope.
Or are we? Anyway, moving on. Now, I'm gonna hop into this next scene in chapter 1, and I think we should talk about the art, because there's a lot to say about the art. There's so much character here. No pun intended. There are a lot of characters. But the scene we're in now is the one I was talking about earlier. You know, you're getting a job essentially. You're hopping into this diner and taking on an employment. And those of you who've been paying close attention to the stream will notice that the character we're playing, she's a mouse, isn't she?
Is
Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the fact that all of the characters are animals.
Cool. Yeah, I'm used to make characters. I mean, before Brainwash Gangs exist, I started to make games by my own with random people from the internet, trying to make some money and avoid the real jobs. So yeah, I have a really little I don't know how to say, like, character designer background. So I really love it to make, animals with anthropomorphic bodies and that thing. But the interesting thing that it come before the furry trend. So yeah, right now it's like a really regular archetype, like a real expanded way of make character design, and I really love it. So we keep that I don't know, like in Brainwash Gang, because we thought that it could be a really interesting way to make our own visual style, even if all the other games shouldn't be in pixel art or whatever. But just for the marketing thing, it's something that we found interesting. But the most interesting thing for me, at least, and I think that for the rest of the team, is that when you choose a character or animal for a specific character, the people have like make their own idea about how this character will be, or what kind of personality it has, or whatever. So yeah, when you are working with these little pixels, and you have to be so expressive to tell like deep stories or whatever. If you have this palette of personalities that the people set in the characters, it becomes like more easy to tell the situations or stories or feelings or whatever. So yeah, that's all I guess.
That's really cool. And so you've used this for the other games that you're working on within Brainwash Gang then? What are some of those other games? You want to talk about those just real quick? Do you want to name drop anything?
We
There
have.
are a few.
Yeah, there are a few. Now we are about to release a roguelite named Nomgans, which is an idle game mixed with roguelite. It was a game that we released before 2 years ago, but the interesting part of this is that we had a deal with a publisher, but then the publisher explodes. All the people goes to the
Don't you hate when
to
that
the
happens?
street without a job. So yeah, we have remade it, and yeah, so that's about to come out. We don't know when, but we expect to be pretty soon.
That's really cool. I hear there may be some more news from Brainwash Gang in general pretty soon. And I'm spoiling a lot of stuff here. We don't have to talk more about that. We'll talk about more of that another time. Anyway, more of the game. More The Longest Road on Earth. For anyone who's just tuning in just a couple minutes, we are for the very first time going to unveil a never-before-heard song from The Longest Road on Earth. It's called The Train That Goes Nowhere. It's one of my personal favorites. It's absolutely beautiful. But here we are with the developers and with Carly, and we are talking about The Longest Road on Earth. And so if you have any questions for the team, feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll try and get to those. We'll stream a little bit longer, so we're not quite done yet. But we try not to spoil too much of the game today. We're just teasing a little bit, just showing some of the sections, some of Chapter 1. And this is...
So I have a question for you guys. Is what is your, there's been some scenes that have been shown in the demo and some scenes that have been shown through trailers, but what are your favorite parts of the game? Because I definitely have my favorite part. I'm interested in knowing what you guys think about your favorite parts, and maybe like give a teaser to people who haven't got to play it yet.
Ooh, that's hard. Mocha, what's yours?
I'm really wondering, but I would say that I love the part in which you are in the third chapter working. I think, I mean, it's not about beauty, but about the ability to empathize with that part. Like before this job, I used to work in an office with many people in the office in the room, and somewhat that sense connects me with that part of my life and the routine of that part of my life. So it was interesting. So I would say that part is like intense. And when I see the videos we work with and with showing the different extents of the game, I think that one is one of the most intense parts. Like it's not like that one. That would be.
That's fair.
I love that scene too, because it's just you can relate.
Yeah.
And it's what I love about it is we're all the same in some ways, even though you're in different locations, we're doing different things, but we're all the same, man.
Yeah, that routine in an office, talking with your colleagues, like it's very relative.
That part is one of my favorites, if only for the pixel art of all the food.
Yeah.
And like when I saw, I screen capped it all. I was like, oh my god, this is such detailed art of food.
Yeah, I remember those days that I usually work with references, like visual, but with the food I didn't. Like for some reason, I that was one of the parts I mostly enjoyed in the game, because I usually love doing realistic pixel art, and in this game, in the rest of the games of the Brainwash Gang, I usually can't. But in this game, in the close-ups, in certain close-ups, you can go in and start detailing and texturing, and with that food close-ups, I enjoyed it, to be honest. We made
I love it.
and it was fun, but entertaining.
My favorite part right now is one scene that nobody of you have seen it yet. I think only Bea
Oh,
did.
yeah.
And it's when the kid plays with the toys that he has, and it's very nice. I really like it. I mean, it's not so flashing, like wow, this is incredible, but I can feel a really powerful remember inside me doing that thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, that-
he showed it to me right before we came here, and I think you're gonna love it. It's really cute. Honestly, I mean, I think all that chapter is gonna be
Yeah,
really powerful because, you know, childhood, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, that part specifically, I think it's as well the same with the working in an office and being surrounded by your colleagues or whatever. It's really universal. That feeling of having whatever thing you had as a toy and playing with it, and I don't know, it's really cute. I love it.
That is definitely one thing I can say about this game is like it invokes such nostalgic feelings all the time, where I'm like it'll make me like have a flash of
Yeah.
a memory, and I'm like, whoa, I haven't thought about that in what 15 years. It's really neat.
I'm sure chapter 4 will make you cry, all of you.
Oh no!
Because it's true what Bea says. It's very universal. Like most of us played with things when we were kids, like
Yeah.
toys, and even if you don't have them, you find them. You find anything to play with it. But yeah, I didn't show the scene Edu talks about. I know there is a scene about this, but I haven't seen it, and I think it will be intense. Like I will cry a couple of times more, I'm sure.
A couple
I
times.
love it that we're here trying to defend that this is not a sad game. You don't have to cry. And then we are like, oh my god, I cry all the time.
Yeah, it's
But
not
it's
a sad
good
game.
crying. It's like the healing crying or like the cathartic crying.
Yeah,
It's not,
it's
you know, it
crying.
feels good.
It does. It's beauty tears. It really is.
happy tears.
Happy tears.
yeah. I can't remember being actually sad playing the game, but you can cry because
Mhm.
you may miss certain things. No, it's beautiful. It's like happy cry.
Happy crying, he says and laughs. But it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Okay, I think it's time. You ready? Should we do this thing?
Yeah.
World
Let's do
premiere
it.
time? Okay, can someone do the announcement world premiere voice? Can anyone do that? Moha, you do it.
Yeah.
Do the world premiere. Can you do the voice?
To the world premiere. No.
You should get that like low.
My Arabic accent appears when I speak English.
It's beautiful.
Do the voice, and then show your apps, please.
No. Okay, to the
The
world
world premiere.
premiere, we present you the train to
Nowhere.
No.
It goes nowhere. That was smooth.
Do it one more time.
Yeah, to the world premiere, we present you the train to nowhere.
Almost.
Here we go, people. Third time.
To the world premiere, we present you the train to nowhere.
Fuck.
Here's the song, people. Here we go. Never heard before. The train that goes nowhere.
Oh man, we drown in ice and memories.
And we're back. We're back. I cut that a little early. My bad. So we have to save something for later. So that was a little taste of The Train That Goes Nowhere. And it was composed by who? Who composed it?
Who?
There you go. There you go. We'll play it one more time when we end the stream as well. You can hear the whole thing. Yeah, I got a little excited. Everyone was dancing in the camera. I was like, oh, I want to show everyone dancing, and then I screwed up the video. Sorry. We'll do the full song again. You can hear it again. So what is that song, and where does it fit into the game?
Well, the song is about well, as I said before doing this, I went to uni, and then I had a bunch of random jobs that I didn't like at all. And so I would spend a lot of time on public transport, like subway or whatever. And what happens when you're taking the same trains every day, the same hour, is that you end up recognizing faces and the people that take the same train, basically. And so what I would do was imagining who these people were and creating a story in my head about these people that I saw every day that I didn't know. And so basically I was just bored. And well, this song is quite depressing, actually. I was saying before that my songs are not sad, but this is quite depressing because it's about the feeling that I had at that time in my life where I had all these random jobs that I really disliked, and I spent a lot of time just doing these jobs or in the subway going from the workplace to my house and the other way around. And I was just feeling like I was wasting, like throwing my life away. Honestly, I felt really just lost and not very happy about my situation. And I think a lot of people can experience that at some point in their life, especially when you have a job that you don't love because you spend so much time there that it's just ugh. And yeah, that's what this song is about. Sharing your time with random people on the train and then just feeling like shit. Yay.
I'm super hard pressed to think that people, like, there are not most people in their 20s that are in that situation. I know I was. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So The
good.
Longest Road on Earth, people. It's coming out soon, TM. We'll have a specific date announced soon. A lot of soon here. And where can people learn more about the game, Carly? Do you want to point people in the right direction if they're curious?
Yeah, there is a website, thelongestroadonearth.com, or you can follow them on Twitter at road to... Wait, what is it? Road on Earth. It's Road on Earth. At Road on Earth. We've got some stuff on our website, rawfury.com. And you can find these guys on Steam every once in a while, and maybe we'll do it one more time. We can turn on the demo so you can give it a try. And pay attention because we, as Liam mentioned, we are definitely going to announce very soon when this game launches. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in the next probably 2-3 weeks. We're going to be releasing a bunch of stuff, so
it's gonna be
Yay.
exciting. If you like the game,
Exciting
go
stuff.
wishlist it on Steam. Go wishlist it on GOG,
Yes,
please. It helps us
please.
out a lot.
Do
Much
that.
appreciated. Go wishlist. And tell your friends to wishlist.
Yeah.
And tell their friends. Just tell everyone. Go wishlist. I think
Yeah.
it might not still be up, but I think the demo is actually still available on GOG right now, isn't it?
Oh, it is? Yeah, because GOG was having a demo festival.
Yeah. So if you want to play the demo,
Yep.
go check it out. It's on GOG. Play it for free. Wishlist it afterwards. Tell your friends to, anyway. Yep. And go join the Raw Fury Discord. There's a channel for Longest Road on Earth. Go talk to fellow human beings. It's good. It's a nice community. It's a lot of lovely people, and you get to
Yeah.
see these people hanging around too, and they're pretty
Liam,
cool.
will you play this song? before the stream ends?
Yes, we'll play it again. I'll play the whole thing. That time.
We'll say goodbye, and then maybe we can just set that going.
Okay.
So before we do that, does anyone have anything they want to add? Is there anything that you think people should know about Long Short on Earth? No, I just laughed. Mohad, did you have an announcement you want to make today?
No.
Are you just thinking about your personal announcement again?
No.
Mohad, are you sure?
I'm sure I don't want. Maybe when the game is released, I will do the world premiere.
Amazing.
You can put each song lyric on an ab.
Yeah.
Well, that's an inside joke no one's going to understand. That's okay, because we'll talk about it later. Anything else, Edu, Bea, you want to mention anything about Long Short on Earth before we do world premiere take 2?
Please buy it someday.
Yeah.
Please do.
That's
Support
it.
your local developers. Okay. Well, thanks so much, everyone. It was lovely to catch up with you. That sounded really formal, didn't it? It was lovely catching up and being in touch. No, it was really nice to talk to you. I always love talking about Long Short on Earth. It's fun to play a little bit. People, go check out the demo on GOG. Let us know what you think. More soon. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay. Well, thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
See you for the next stream. And Moha, I'm going to ask you one final time. Can you say the world premiere announcement so we can play it one more time? And that'll be the stream.
Today is the world premiere for the Train to Nowhere.
No.
Here it is, folks. Here it is.
Oh man, we drown in ice and memories. A young girl feels like she's failed too many times to leave. A dancing kid running around, laughing through his teeth. Well, father looks with tired eyes, thinking I'm too old for these. And I see another day passing by, and I wave my chances goodbye. And I see another day passing by, and I wave my chances goodbye. Oh, Shrinking woman whispers a prayer, hoping to be heard. Golden eyes try to find life, try to find love on words never said by people I would know. Words never said by people no one knows. And I see another day passing by, and I wave my chances goodbye.